are now tuned in to Megalodon Media News. Megalodon Media.
It's the Megalodon.
Megalodon News Media. Where you get all the media news nobody else is talking about. Right? And you have to excuse, I had jaw issues back when I was young, and sometimes I may slur my words. It's hard for me to form words, but y'all get over it. But today we're talking about flies landing on food, and you're at a barbecue or whatever, a fly landing on your food or whatever, and what do? Do you eat it? Do you throw it away? Do you cut out the piece that the fly landed on? How bad is it? I mean, how many germs do you get from one fly sitting on your food, right? Well, here, Zachary DeVries, PhD, assistant professor of urban entomology at the University of Kentucky, explains what potential harm can come from a creepy crawly touching down on your dish, and what to do if a fly lands on your lunch. Ha. Insects carry a plethora of pathogens. Insects carry a plethora of pathogens, right? Pretty much anything you can imagine can be carried by flies and other insects, yo. And plus, they got them hairy legs. So, if they land on some, some feces, right? They're gonna be covered in feces and they land on your food, right? And flies are very nasty, man. Insects are nasty, but not in the way we see nasty. To them, they're clean. All right. The reason why, because they are like nature's way of cleaning up the universe, cleaning up the earth. All right. Pretty much. All right. However, it's not the bug itself, but where exactly it's been buzzing about. That's the issue. For instance, you probably noticed flies frequent longer around feces. Now, anytime you see a fly, they buzzing around a trash can or you know what I'm saying? And because of that, that's what they eat, man. They are trained. They are their whole nature, their whole what you call it, senses, like foul smells, to tour us away. This is a natural thing. We that's why we smell. That's why we have senses. To keep us away from things that could be harmful. Because when you smell a pile of feces, you want to get as far as away you can from that, right? You want to get away from your own feces. We flush toilets. You want to get that away. But flies happen to like that, right? Let's get to it. Insects like flies are are attracted to unsavory things like rotten animals and plant waste, which contain a wide range of pathogens and parasites. All right. Flies and cockroaches are the two most common species that get into our food. Both have been found to carry things like salmonella, E. coli, cholera, typhoid fever. You know what I'm saying? Probably more than that. But the problem is these pests. Why is pest and pet kind of anyway? Can potentially pass on pathogens to your plate. This transfer happens through mechanical transmission. Again, the problem is that these pests can potentially pass on pathogens to your plate. This transfer happens through mechanical transmission. All right, mechanical transmission is what you call a fly landing on your food and leaving whatever he leave, because he gonna leave something there for you. You know what I'm saying? And it might not be as healthy. And again, if your immune system is up, you probably could not even worry about it. I'm not saying eat after a fly, but I'm just saying like you probably fight off those pathogens, right? But here's what the process looks like, right? When an insect encounters a pathogen, for instance, it would land on an animal carcass or a trash bin or some feces, right? The germs will transfer to its feet or body through touch. All right. It's not necessarily meaning that that's what they're eating, but because they're chasing down microbes, microorganisms on that, right? The same microorganisms that feed off of trash and decomposition is what flies eat. All right. Uh, then the insect lands on your plate and deposits the pathogen onto your food or a prep surface via bodily contact. All right. So short answer: if a fly lands on your plate, throw it away. Do your best to protect it from flies. Like barbecues, flies gonna smell that. They like, oh yeah, dead meat on a grill. Come on, man. It's like, in other words, when a fly takes a stroll on your sandwich, all right, its footprints can leave behind a trail of bacterial and other germs. But it gets even grosser. How gross can it get? It gets more grosser than this, y'all. Check it out. Flies also spread pathogens through vomit. Since they don't have teeth, they spew up spit with special enzymes that enable them to dissolve and eat food. Right, I'm trying. Making matters worse. Flies are prone to pooping on your food too. Oh, they poop on your food too, yo. So, how many times do flies poop? Man. And germs can be transmitted to your meal through both regurgitation and defecation. So, again, if a fly lands on your food, I don't care if it's $100 steak, throw it away. If you love your food like that, cover it up. Protect it from them flies in the barbecue and stuff. I be going to barbecue sometime, be seeing flies all over the dang place and landing all over everything, man. Just imagine how many pathogens. All right, man. Look, check it out. It's getting even worse, y'all. Y'all sure y'all ready for this? All right, check it out. If y'all say y'all ready, I'm ready too. How about that? What if a bug lays eggs on your food? Since insects carry disease causing microbes on their legs and feet, outside of the body, eggs are unlikely to carry pathogens. Their eggs, so their eggs are safe. You can eat fly eggs, yo. If they lay an egg on your food, just eat it. Oh man. Can you get sick from eating this stuff? Now this is what we want to know. This is what we're getting at, right? So now we know that bugs can transfer bacteria and viruses and parasites to your food, but what's the chances of contracting these pathogens, via through your body, spit and things like that? And before I get into this, your spit and your saliva does a good job uh killing bacteria. And a lot of people don't know this, but your immune system actually has something to do with your saliva. You know what I'm saying? What bacterial uh killing, how you can kill bacteria with your saliva, you know what I'm saying? Like your immune system's powerful, y'all. I want to let y'all know that your immune system is very powerful. And I want y'all to feed that with good greens, all right? Meat don't fuel your immune system, y'all. It actually overworks it. You know what I'm saying? Hyperactive. You want your immune system to work only when you see. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into this though. Uh, which types of bacteria or other pathogens might be in the environment? Right? Waste bins and sewers. Right? How long the insect has interacted with the pathogen? And they say sometimes it take a couple of seconds as soon as they touch it. You know what I'm saying? How much pathogen was moved by the insect from the pathogen source to your food, saying if a fly land on your food, say if a fly land on some feces and he covered in feces, then he landed on your food. Then he might carry a bunch of feces and put it to your food. You know what I'm saying? Uh, how much time the insect interacted with your food. So if you see him just fly down one time and get up, you shoo him away, it's good. But if you've been sitting there for a long time doing this thing, you might need to throw it away. You might need to throw it away, people. I'm telling you. All right. How long the pathogen has been growing on your food? Whatever the fly left, how long it's been growing? They can grow pretty quick, y'all. A virus don't take long, within hours, man. All right, and it can still grow inside your body after you eat it. All right, and at what temperature the food was stored after the pathogen exposure? Now, this is the deep one because when you store your food, you want to always put it in the refrigerator. That usually destroys pathogens. All right. All right. Generally, the longer an insect spends in contact with the pathogen source on your food, the higher the odds that it will contaminate your meal with germs, and the greater your risk for potential health issues. Plus, certain environmental conditions um can create more opportunities for these microbes to multiply. For example, a temperature raising between 40 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, known as the danger zone, can be fertile ground for bad bacteria to flourish and cause foodborne illnesses. And this comes from the USDA, y'all. This is a fact. Everything I'm saying is a fact, y'all. I'm not making none of this stuff up, yo. Um, Although it's difficult to prove without data, uh, some instances of food poisoning are related to insects. So usually, most of the times, food poisoning come from the insects. It also can come from cooking the food at unsafe temperatures, but mostly insects. And if your immune system isn't strong, you might be more susceptible to getting sick from insect inducted food contamination. Anyone who is incompromised, meaning your immune system, will need to be exposed to less pathogen to develop an infection. Should you immediately toss away your food after a fly lands on it? For most people, a fly's fleeting landing on your food won't likely lead to becoming ill. So for most people, again, if your immune system's not up, you know. But what's more concerning is these critters creep about your child for prolonged periods of time, meaning it probably matters how long the bug spends on your food. And with longer exposure times, leading to higher chances of people getting sick. With that being said, I don't know any simple rules. There's really no, I mean, it's hard to tell. But flying out on your food, you pretty much just gambling. You're just rolling the dice, all right? So what should you do? How can we take measures to keep the flies off our food, right? Um, and you don't know how long it's been sitting there. Let's just say you walk to your steak, your burger, whatever, and you see a fly just sitting there doing his thing, rubbing his legs together, all kind of feces flying. What should you do? Um, go with your gut. When in doubt, throw it out. You know what I'm saying? When in doubt, throw it out, man. That's how. That's the only rule of thumb. If you think that nigga been there too long, then throw it away. You know what I'm saying? How to keep them from our food though? How we gonna do that? If you suspect that an insect may come into contact with your food, all right, here's what we can do: keep food covered while prepping, cooking, and serving outdoors. All right, don't leave leftovers sitting around uncovered on the outside or inside, because they'll come in the doors too. If you open windows in the home, use screens to help block bugs from coming in. All right. Clean trash bins regularly. Discard animal waste frequently. I don't know why we have. Oh yeah, dog poop and stuff. Yeah. Cover your household garbage. All right. Use insect service sprays inside the trash bins, like spray Raid inside the trash bins, and things like that. Right. That helps out. Uh, so
It's the
you know,
Megalodon.
bugs can do a lot of nasty things to your food, y'all. All right. Well, thanks for watching. You know what I'm saying? I hope you learned something that you probably didn't know. This is Megalodon Media News. We give you all the news media nobody else is talking about. Forget these other channels, man. All right? Yeah, till next time.
It's the
Now
Megalodon.
tuned in to Megalodon Media News. Megalodon Media.